Trey.
Nick.
Hovu. Gargizian, whatever your name is. Oh, wait, time for tone change. Oh!
Ah, snap!
Fucking
good.
Yo!
Here we go, y'all. Man, tonight sucked ass. Sucked so much ass. I hate tonight.
Man.
Woo! But then again, I didn't watch it. So here's the thing, y'all. I watched the second repeat of the Shield beatdown, which, by the way, I like how Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins were there tonight. It had nothing to do with the Roman Reigns beatdown. What the fuck? You'd think you'd help your friend out. Like, if they do get together at this point, that shit that happened tonight is gonna be in everyone's fucking retina still.
Didn't you watch the final seconds?
Well, of the entire show?
Yeah, they just rejoined.
Okay, I was getting a show already, but they seriously rejoined the Shield together.
So basically, what happened was that right before the cameras went off, you see Roman Reigns backstage, just doing his "God damn, they whooped my ass" type of thing, and then Dean Ambrose walked in, and then Seth Rollins walked in. They all looked at each other, nod, and then the cameras went off.
Okay, see, that's what I expected, and I don't even count that, honestly. Until they're in the ring doing the blah, 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 the whole fucking thing, I don't really care. And by the way, too, what I was going to say is, when it does happen, which apparently has happened, still, in the realm of the universe that we live in, the storyline, the cinematic universe that we see on television every fucking goddamn week, that is some shitty friend shit right there. For these motherfuckers to just be chilling while Roman Reigns gets asked. I mean, we'll get to that right now, I guess. I mean, there's been so many angles just in the first segment of the show. But Trey, how you doing, sir? And I know that you missed a lot too, but for the most part, was it a good vibe somewhat of what you did watch?
Not really.
Why don't you tell people why you didn't watch it, by the way? Because there is a particular thing that happened with your DVR that I think should be.
Okay, so I fell asleep when Braun Strowman came out. I wake up, Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt's having this promo against each other, and I'm actually kind of enjoying it. I mean, I'm sick of Bray Wyatt on my TV screen.
Of course.
And as I say that, by the way, Bray Wyatt has literally been looking at me for 40 minutes. It's still on my screen, stuck. That picture right there, it's still staring at me right now as I do this Ringside Hangout show.
And it's horrifying, by the way. I mean, I'm showing it right now. I'm gonna zoom in really quick. Look how fucking scary that fucking thing is. Hashtag Raw, by the way. Okay, forget about hashtag Raw. But that is terrifying.
Bro, that is some fucking Cthulhu mixed with Nosferatu shit right there.
Dude, that is some shit that kind of helps his gimmick. I mean, I wish they would have did that shit on purpose. It would have totally got the character over, in my opinion.
I wish that was his character right now, because that's just more fucking scary than anything he's done.
Yeah,
I thought it was part of his promo.
This is Trey's house of fucking horrors right now.
Well, no, Trey, it is part of the promo.
I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to be stuck on the TV still to this day.
Maybe you might want to turn off your cable box.
Yeah, and then also don't say Bray Wyatt 3 times in the fucking mirror.
No, dude, because you might get pinned.
No, so here's the thing. We're going to discuss this really quick. Just really, really fast. Tonight's show is going to be hopefully quick pace and just get the fuck out of here, because I don't really give a fuck about what happened tonight. And I don't think WWE did either, because even at the start of the show, they put in the bottom left corner. Because, by the way, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did see some things. That's why I'm able to even talk about this part. But, right away, they put the Hell in a Cell logo at the very bottom left corner of the screen when fucking Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins were having their very weird, random match. Why did Braun Strowman become main eventer with Brock Lesnar, and then all of a sudden, within one loss, he's the opener of the show going against someone else who's not even slightly in a fucking angle with him? Doesn't make any fucking sense. But anyways.
Because Enzo needed his main event time.
Oh yeah, no, because he's a star all of a sudden. Because he went from not even an opening, but doing dark matches and doing main event show, whatever, and being basically job bait, and all of a sudden he's main eventer over a show that's not even fucking Raw. What the fuck? But anyways, in the very beginning of the show, they do the Hell in a Cell thing, the very bottom left corner of the screen, and I was kind of wondering as to why like they should have some kind of cue. Maybe like somebody from SmackDown comes over and does something. Maybe something actually kind of happens where they can bring up Hell in a Cell. Because when you bring up the logo on the bottom of the corner and no one makes a mention to it, you're basically telling me that whatever's happening tonight doesn't mean shit because there's not a pay-per-view to sell. And you're also telling me that no one gives a fuck about Hell in a Cell because this is Raw. This is not SmackDown. Like, don't even put it up there in the first place then. Like, or at least have some kind of, like, I don't know, like one of those, you know, like back in the day, you used to do that thing right before the main event. They play the theme music for the pay-per-view. They show the match card. They have like little videos for all the wrestlers and their feuds. They don't do that anymore. Like I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm getting something wrong, but do you guys see that happen? Because it didn't happen tonight for sure, and it didn't happen with the fucking last two single brand shows either. But
I mean, it's weird because I actually thought they were going to do something related to that because in the very beginning of it, I mean, I get it was just them doing a moment of silence for Las Vegas, but Shane McMahon was out there. And I was like, okay, why is Shane here? Are they going to bring up something Hell in a Cell related?
Oh, man. Yeah,
no, I saw that too, and I was like, well, nah, I mean...
It was a special situation for one. Right, so like I get that, you know, and you know I like that they paid enough respect to the Las Vegas shootings and everything, well enough to say, hey guys, like we're gonna no storylines, no brand extensions, whatever the fuck, whoever's here is gonna come out to the front and actually pay some type of respect. I understand that, that's cool as fuck, whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, plus I didn't really pay attention, but I didn't know if I saw anybody else that was on SmackDown on there. Was there?
I don't know. I mean, I was busy crying over the situation because I was just so upset, you know, just the whole thing.
I was falling asleep.
Well, I mean, that too.
I don't know what it was, man, but god damn it, I had dinner with the wife. We went to a Korean barbecue place, and after that, we went to the ball. I got me one of those fucking massages at the mall. I came home, I was like, fuck the world, I'm going to bed. I was like, Monday Night Raw's on. I don't care.
No, dude, I saw that shit. I mean, you're over here like fucking, yeah, look at that shit. Dude, you looked at that plate of food and said, I'm not finished with you.
No, I looked at the plate of food. I was like, I'm fucked.
I know, Hope's face is like,
and that was no, bro, and that was dessert.
Yeah, I know.
That's that fucking fried ice cream shit that they have, which, by the way, is fucking horrible because, god damn it, I went to the gym today and I gained, like, what, maybe double the calories today? Because look at that. Like, watch this. Watch this.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's amazing. That is delicious.
Right?
Yeah. I don't like meat. I'm lying my ass off right now.
Nah.
I mean, I'm sure you think it was amazing, you know? But, I mean, look at that, people.
Oh, it was.
Be jealous of this man, because that's a fucking man's meal right there, too. I mean, look at you. You're over there, like, just like, man, chopsticks. Why am I using these?
Yeah.
Getting all over your fucking mustache.
Fuck yeah, bruh.
Oh,
but yeah, man. Then I had one of those massages at the mall. I was like, man, fuck the world, man. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. No,
you know what's weird? Another thing that confuses me, because I actually remember this. Titus O'Neil had a match tonight.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't the manager finally, which is amazing, right? Like,
I was just like, wait, I thought I was dreaming. I was like, man, why am I having a dream about the primetime? Why am I having a dream about the primetime players? And I look up and I'm like, wait, what? He's actually having a match?
He actually had a match? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Man, I fell asleep through it.
No, and another thing, too, and it's funny because you say the word primetime players. The thing is, he brought his old Primetime Players theme song back. He didn't have that a month ago when he first started the Titus O'Neil brand. Well, that wasn't a month ago. That was a couple months ago or a few months ago.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's really went right back once again because he's tried to do different things a few times, and this never worked out. And he always goes back to the Primetime Players thing. I wonder how Darren Young feels. Like, oh, my God, like, you picked another guy. Like, is it because I'm gay? Like, I don't know what the fuck it is. But, like, it seems like it's like a weird little breakup. And I don't understand why Apollo Crews all of a sudden is totally on board for the Titus O'Neil brand when the whole gimmick was the fact that he didn't want to be part of it. Titus O'Neil was trying to, like, latch on to Apollo Crews because he was, like, the new star. And now Titus O'Neil is, I mean, like, reversed. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And where's Akira Tozawa? That's another thing. Because he was part of the Titus O'Neil brand. I mean, there's a lot of weird little bits there that are not making sense. And I would understand if it's like, well, he goes on two different brands. But the thing is, like, Enzo is still, like, main eventing Raw. So once again, where the fuck is Tozawa? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Nothing, I don't know. Bothers the fuck out of me. And I mean that's one thing that I didn't have prepared on here, but let's go ahead and start on that sense, because in the beginning of the show with the whole Seth Rollins and the Braun Strowman thing, I really like how it has to do with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. It has to do with Cesaro and Sheamus. It has to do with the Miz Taraj and the Miz in general, the Intercontinental Championship, and it has to do with the potential Shield reunion. I can't say that word, reunion. God damn it.
Reunion, reunion. Say it 10 times fast. Reunion.
Reunion. No. But with that said, too, do you guys feel like Braun Strowman might have something to do with the Miz as well? Because there's so many segments in this one, or so many angles in this one segment. We have a situation where this could kind of accidentally be part of the world or the Universal title at some point. Because you guys see, like, Braun Strowman probably wants more of Brock Lesnar at some point. He's beating up all these guys that are part of this storyline. It's like, this reminds me of old 1990s WWF, like, where everybody is involved with each other. It's a fucking universe that everybody's in. So I'm going to start off with you, Hovik. Like, do you feel like this might end up having to do with the Universal title, or is it just a jumbled mess right now?
With all the shit that's going on with the tag teams?
Well, mainly the Miz Taraj, because that's the thing. Like, every time one of these segments end, it's the Miz Taraj, like, standing on top, like, oh, we're the fucking best, especially with the Miz. So, I mean, what do you feel about that, man?
I really don't think it's anything towards the Universal title. As a matter of fact, I honestly thought that Roman was going to win that Intercontinental Championship match, because that match I actually saw.
Well, great match, by the way.
It was actually a pretty decent match. There was a lot of close calls. I was like, shit, he almost got him. Like, what was it? I think it was that one part where he fucking either speared him or super punched him. The Superman punched him, and he went for the 1, 2, 3. And, bro, that motherfucker kicked out right before it was the third count. I was like, oh, shit. Like, there was a couple times. I honestly thought that Roman almost got it, and I was kind of going to be on the happy side that he got it because, throw him on the mid-carder a little bit.
Yeah.
But he didn't get it, and then these guys fucked it up. So I was like, oh, okay, now I see exactly what they're fucking doing.
And moving on really quick, because, like, the thing is, I know Trey's muted and everything, and I'll get back to you when you get a chance, Trey.
I'm here.
Back already. Okay, because here's the thing, because we can, and I hate to interrupt and everything, but it's like on top of all that, too, like, Trey, I want to ask you, do you kind of agree with Hovik there? And also, what do you feel about the Miz Taraj being like the main thing on the show right now? Because they are pushing them fucking hardcore.
I'm asking the Miz Taraj thing first. The Miz Taraj thing, I'm actually surprised how that's working out, because I didn't think they would do this whole thing with Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas working out, and even to the fact that I was thinking, okay, what else can they do? Like, with this whole thing with Roman and Miz, because like they did everything they could last week and announced for the title. And from what I've seen, freaking Roman Reigns destroyed Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. So I was like, okay, so what can they do to make Miz keep his title at this point? And they brought in the enemies to Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, freaking Cesaro and Sheamus. So the whole thing with the whole Mizraj thing, the way Miz is pulling the strings, is actually pretty amazing. I think it is kind of like that old school booking. Like, Miz is being that old school 90s heel, and I'm loving that a lot.
Yeah. And one thing to bring up really quick, too, is, and I'll go ahead and get into more chaotic booking because, the one thing about the beginning, like, I'm talking good about it and everything, and I do like what they do with the Miz Taraj, etc., and I totally agree with some of the things that Hovik has said, but it was chaotic. And speaking of chaotic, we're moving on to the fact that for some miraculous fucking reason, and I put the wrong thing on, but basically, Mickie James won the match against Nia Jax, and yeah, she's going to definitely be getting a women's championship match. Fucking stupid. Why are they? And by the way, Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss hanging out backstage all the time again. What the fuck? Like, I thought they were feuding.
Exactly. Why is it when Mickie James came after freaking Alexa Bliss, freaking Nia Jax was in the locker room with her? I'm like, really? What happened? So we're just going to ignore like the last couple of weeks happened?
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking stupid. Well, not even the last couple weeks, the last month, and then the build up to that month, too. I mean, and then Nia Jax acting like she's a lot smarter, that she's totally hip to the fucking game of Alexa Bliss. She knows what she's up to, knows her heel tactics, and now she's just the big dumb giant bitch again. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Hovig, I want to ask you. I know you kind of like Mickie James. I mean, not as much as somebody who used to be on the show. But with that said, I mean, does this piss you off, or are you kind of happy that Mickie James is getting some type of love?
I'm happy that she's getting some type of love. Because I already knew from the get-go that when they brought her back, they weren't going to do anything big with her, like, to begin with. Like, because, you know, she had her time to shine, like, many years ago. She built a whole career over it and everything. So I didn't really expect anything too big or anything with Mickie James. Because I honestly felt like they brought her just to try to get these other girls over. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But as far as Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, yeah, they need to stop.
No, it needs to stop hardcore. I mean, and the fact that, like, look at that shit. Like, for one, the match was such fucking garbage. Like, there's parts where, I mean, like I just showed you right there, like, Mickie James just comfortably laying on top of the fucking, like, ring post, and she's just sitting there waiting. Nia Jax is stalling, walking away from her, comes back, gets slapped. She's like, oh, God, I'm so dazed. I can't take it. Meanwhile, someone can kick her in the face, and she doesn't react. It's like if you fought Shao Kahn, and I'm stabbing him and doing all this shit, and then I beat him with a sweep. Like, what the fuck? Like, it doesn't... It's like trying to do an uppercut, and then I won with a low punch. Like, it's fucking stupid. And I really, really hate the way they're booking the women's division right now, especially considering the fact that they had Alicia Fox come back, and it was Alicia Fox and Emma versus some other Bayley and Sasha, actually. Which, by the way, they were building Bayley versus Sasha at some point, even in the WWE Network when Sasha won the belt or Bayley won the belt. They were arguing a lot right before Bayley got injured. They were doing some kind of building for that, and now they're back together, so they forgot about that storyline. And then Alicia Fox is left from Emma. Emma leaves. I guess Alicia Fox is the face now. Why would Emma leave Alicia Fox? I thought Alicia Fox was on 205 Live. Like, none of this. Like, there's no rules. There's no rules at all. And I mean, we can move on from this particular topic, but I'm gonna ask you, like, Hovig, like, what did you feel about the women's division stuff tonight? And what do you feel about Alicia Fox just randomly appearing?
I never cared for Alicia Fox. I really never have.
Do you feel like there's... Oh, go ahead.
What happened? No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, do you feel like there's any hope for Emma now? Because now she's doing something where she's being more of a heel, leaving another heel in the ring to face against two faces. So do you feel like Emma might be doing something kind of better now, or not really?
No.
I love the answer. Trey, how about you? Same question, man. Like, what'd you feel about the women's stuff? I know you were asleep during it, but I mean, obviously you read the news and whatnot, and that's pretty much all you really need at this point. But like, yeah, what do you feel about Alicia Fox just randomly appearing, and what do you think about Emma doing something else finally for once?
Okay, let's start with Alicia Fox, because I'm actually surprised she came. She was even on the show, because she did a interview. I don't know when this interview was done, but she did an interview about how she was actually ashamed of her WWE career and the way it was, and how she rarely got any merch and all this stuff. So it was just like, man, like, here's somebody else like shooting about her career, just like Sasha Banks was and Bayley was these past couple of months or whatever. I just don't know what WWE's trying to do with this women division right now. It's just kind of weird. It's like you got these women speaking out about how they're being treated on the main roster, and it's like, what can be done to change things? I mean, first it was Bayley getting sick of her gimmick, and then it's Sasha Banks talking about the booking on Raw or whatever, and Alicia Fox essentially doing the same thing Sasha Banks did. So it just, I don't know, man. It's just a shame what's going on with the women on the main roster. Getting to the stuff tonight from what I've seen on YouTube, man, I don't know what they're going to do with Emma at this point. I just don't know. I mean, I don't know what they can do different. I mean, they gave her a new theme song, but she's still supposed to be evil Emma. And it's like after that 5-way elimination thing, well, it wasn't even an elimination match. It was just a 5-way match. I just don't know where we can go from here. I really don't know what they can do for Alicia Fox to make her better at this point, even though she's complaining. And like Emma, I don't know what they're going with her. It's such a confusing thing. Like, I don't got any answers by what I seen tonight on YouTube.
Yeah.
I just don't.
And I mean, like certain scenes, like I said, that I actually watched, and I did see this stuff, and I even went on YouTube. Talking about YouTube, I saw this interview, and Alicia Fox is barely even acting like she's a heel. She's just basically saying like, "Listen, like Mickey James' time has passed. It's about the youthful thing." Like she's kind of saying face shit. 'Cause she brings up the women's revolution or Divas Revolution, and I'm just kind of like, yeah. Once again, I don't know your character. Like, can you please stick to fucking something for once? Just stick to something, and they just can't do it. Now moving on, Team Extremely Lame. I know that's a very bad pun. But why the fuck is Jason Jordan teaming with Matt Hardy? Hovig, I know you like the Hardy Boys. I know you like delete, the fucking delete. But Jason Jordan, do you think this is going to work out? Yes or no?
Nah. I mean, it's temporary. I mean, it's really, like, the problem is that they're not, I don't know why, but they're not pushing Matt through as, like, fucking singles competition right now, which is fucking retarded.
Why do you think that is, by the way?
I have no idea, to be honest. I really have no idea. They should just push Matt in singles competition. This is the perfect opportunity if they wanted to do their fucking version of the broken gimmick, or in this case, the Woken gimmick. That would have been perfect right now because Jeff Hardy is broken.
Yeah.
This is practically exactly what happened at TNA, isn't it? Jeff Hardy was broken. Matt was broken. And then that shit just fucking started. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like they're going in that particular way? Like maybe, you know, he's going to suffer tons of losses, and maybe this is going to be like a Matt Hardy versus Jason Jordan thing, and then he goes crazy, and then somehow Jeff Hardy gets involved too, and then the Hardy Boys are bad, and then, you know, awoke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you feel like that might be happening, or not really?
I have no idea.
And by the way, too, is it just me? Or does Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows need to get fired?
I want them gone. The WWE just does not know what they're doing with them. It really don't. It's just like I remember on this show being so excited to see him because I just saw him have an awesome match at like Wrestle Kingdom, losing the titles, and then them going to WWE weeks later. I was like, oh man, the potential is there, man. They just gotta execute it. I think I remember he was saying something like that on the show they did appear on. And man, did they not execute it? It's been a failure from them on WWE. It's just they're jobbers for the most part. It's just like you guys came from New Japan Pro Wrestling where you guys were a decorated, amazing tag team to being nothing but jobbers on this show. And then you got people like Goldust talking crap about fans judging the product on wins and losses and stuff like that. And it's like, man, I don't get that. Like, I don't get how we're supposed to just sit there and enjoy people losing and seeing the bigger picture here. I mean, what's the bigger picture for a tag team like Gallows and Carl Anderson when nothing's being done with them?
Yeah, no,
I just don't get that logic.
No, I'm the same way. I really don't understand it either. It doesn't make any fucking sense what they're doing. And this is not something that, like they need AJ Styles, but they play these stupid-ass, like, very old-school, very, like, mid-90s bad guys that feel like a mid-90s, like, horror movie bad guy, where it's like, these guys are going to get killed in the first 10 minutes of this fucking horror movie. Like, that's how bad they are. That's how generic they are. And these type of characters do not blend in with even a heel AJ Styles because AJ Styles is above saying, nerds! Like, I can't imagine AJ Styles going back to that, especially after the title reigns and the great fucking promos and everything he's done lately. Yeah, AJ Styles does not need to come back to these guys. There needs to not be a club or a Bullet Club or whatever the fuck they're going to do. This needs to just stop. Fuck the club. Fuck Bullet Club. Keep that shit in Japan where everything's fucking stupid. But, no offense.
Wow, you went there.
I'm sorry. I fucking hate New Japan Pro Wrestling at this point. That shit's pissing me the fuck off. But every time someone comes over here from over there, it's fucking awful. And I know it's like the weird translation thing, Trey. But doesn't take away from the fact that it's fucking bad. They need to not do it anymore. God damn it.
Well, no, it's the whole thing of like, in NXT, you get this, like, it's like they try to groom them to be in a WWE style, and then they get to the main roster, and it's just kind of like, well, what are you doing here? It's like every star that I've seen from New Japan Pro Wrestling come to WWE or just the main roster in general. It's just, what are you doing here? Nakamura, I'm like that right now. I love the New Japan Pro Wrestling, but really, it's like, what are you doing? Like, I don't get it. It's like I want to walk them like across the street and be like, "Hey, man, listen, what you're doing right now, it's not working." Same thing with Luke Gallows and the club in general. It's like it's not working. It's like I feel like I don't even know if AJ Styles counts because he was not only in New Japan Pro Wrestling, he was in Ring of Honor also. But if you want to count that, I think he's been the most successful NJPW star in like recent memory. Like I don't count Chris Jericho because he's been there for a while, but recently I would think more AJ Styles was the more of a success story from there than anybody else right now.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree, and I know like
this match was amazing from last year's Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh no, yeah, Wrestle Kingdom
with
10
with Nakamura and fucking AJ Styles. That was crazy.
Yeah, and this like I'm watching this right now, and I wish I could show more. I mean, the shit's kind of badass, but at the same time, this is like a match thing. I'm pretty sure if we went back, Hovig, and watched this fucking thing in the storyline, we wouldn't give a fuck. We would be happy to watch the match with Metallica playing in the background or something. Yeah, I want to watch this while working out or something. I don't want to fucking watch this.
See, the one thing is, even when I watched it back when I forget how long ago it was that I watched that match, but I don't even know if there was a story, like if there was like a whole like a lead up to it or anything like that. I'm just sitting there watching this. I'm like, damn, these guys are just going in. I was like, this is incredible. I guess that's just how New Japan is, you know?
Yeah.
Like, not really more story. Because here's the thing. NJPW is a wrestling show. WWE is an entertainment show. It's not wrestling. It's just fucking storylines. You know what I'm saying? It's storylines with some wrestling in it.
You know what I would like to repair to, and I know this is going to be one of those stupid jokes. It's like, oh, Nick is obviously going to say this because chocolate milk, whatever the fucking thing. But I feel like this. I feel like New Japan Pro Wrestling, or WWE, is basically milk that you pour the fucking Ovaltine or Nestle Quick on top of it and you stir it, right? And it gets better as you stir it along. You can put more on it, you can put less in it. It doesn't matter. Make it the way you want, etc. But New Japan is the gallon of chocolate milk. You do nothing to it. It's just good.
Exactly. That's pretty much, because like with New Japan Pro Wrestling, you're getting the whole fucking thing. With WWE, they're giving you little by little, and they'll mix it in here and there. You know, like the whole thing you just said with the whole milk chocolate. Sometimes they'll add in salt. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll add in salt to that. You know, it's just how it is. But I mean,
I'm sorry, do we?
Milk chocolate. What's wrong? I don't get it.
but I was going to say this with New Japan Pro Wrestling as well, especially with AJ Styles and Nakamura, that match. See, like, there really isn't any storylines. The only thing they did to hype up this match is that this was going to be the first time that AJ Styles and Nakamura was one-on-one in a ring. And they even brought up the dirt sheets about how they're both going to WWE, and like before they go to WWE, this is going to be the first time you're actually going to see these two go against each other. And it's just like the aspect of that, like they try to do storylines, but for the most part, it's like they don't really care for it either. It's just pure wrestling in the ring.
It was their swan song.
Yeah, it was their swan song. Yes, it really was for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And but even then, it's like you really don't need a story on New Japan Pro Wrestling. I mean, I'm watching a great product every time I see a New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-view. I'm always mad. Like, why doesn't WWE just show us good wrestling? Why do we got to see these wrestlers nerf themselves? And it's like you can get good wrestling weekly or whatever, but then like still come back to it wanting more. It's just like, for the most part, we're those wrestling fans that complain about how WWE sucks, and then we're like, all right, see you next week. And it's weird because it's like New Japan Pro Wrestling, I watch that for myself for the most part. And it's like I'm enjoying it and I'm working out and et cetera, et cetera. And it's like I want to come back to that and enjoy it. But for WWE, it's just so weird about how it's like we're always expecting more from this company and they're never really wanting to bend to give us more from them. It's just like, hey, you're going to accept this, and whether we give you a big money match or not, you just got to live with it.
And you say that, and here's the thing, because like I totally get what you're saying, where it's like, yeah, well, sometimes we don't get that great thing, but then sometimes we do get some pretty good shit. I mean,
of
dude,
course.
look at this, like right here, and sometimes it's worth it, because like this match over here, this triple threat match from No Mercy last year, whatever the case may be, It wasn't that great, I'll be honest. We did a show about it, and you guys were fucking like, oh my god, it was awesome. And I was like, not so great. And obviously, the New Japan match with Nakamura and AJ was a lot better. But the thing is, this build-up for the John Cena match, it could be pretty shitty. I'm at least like 25% into it because I want to know who's going to win. I'm just like, who the fuck? It's a Dean Ambrose. After that promo Dean Ambrose cut, I'm like, you know what, dude? You can just come in there and just win, and I'd be kind of okay just because at least you finish your angle. You know, it's like, in a great example, like New Japan, I like to compare it to Transformers maybe. You know, Transformers 4 was fucking stupid as a storyline, but there's so much the whole fucking thing going on, and it's like, you didn't need story. Transformers 1 has a little bit of a story. It might not be as, but it was like, it was a build-up. I got into it. That fourth one was completely fucking stupid, but good lord, was there some explosions? There were some Michael Bay-isms in that motherfucker, and I loved it. Like,
Michael Bay-isms.
Yeah, but that first one, I still go back to that one. I don't know why, but I like the build-up when the Scorpion Transformer comes out the fucking floor. I like it when Bone Crusher fucking does that weird skating thing in the freeway. It wasn't as cool as when the planes start fighting in the fucking air, but the fact that like this thing just came out and started like fucking skating into a city bus, it was more cool to me because of the build-up. So,
you know, I think Max Landis said it best when it comes to WWE. He says WWE is everything except for wrestling.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know,
and he's right.
You know, he's right. And the big thing to bring up on this part over here too is, you know, with that said, because everything is about build-up in wrestling and sports entertainment, the whole thing. So, what was the build-up tonight? Because I don't know. What was the storyline? I don't. Is it the Shield?
Right
is
now,
it Mr. Raj?
Yeah, right now for me, that the biggest build-up was for the Shield is because you had the Miztourage as well as what's the name, Sheamus and Cesaro. They were adding to that factor to bringing, like, you know, the Shield back. So I see exactly what they're doing. So that's like the biggest thing you could take away from it. Because right now, there's really not much for Braun to do because Brock Lesnar said, I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
And then you got Enzo getting jumped by all the fucking 205ers. And you got the fucking bullshit diva bullshit going on. Man, fuck that. They've been upgraded to, what was it, women wrestlers or women super? Nah, fuck that. They downgraded back to divas these past days. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I could say about that. And I don't know, that's it. Like, there's really nothing else. Like, with the whole thing with Matt Hardy, like, they're dropping the ball on that right now, like, fucking hard. Yeah. And right now, the only thing that they got is the Shield reunion. And that's it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, like I said, man, it sucks. What were you saying, Trey?
Well, even then, like, I think the way they did the Shield stuff was stupid. It's just like, you really going to surprise us by them, like, coming together in the locker room after the beat up? Where were they doing the beat up? Why didn't they come out and attack them? It's just, I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense. Like, that whole entertainment aspect, like, oh my God, they went in the locker room after the cruiserweight thing. It was dumb.
If they were smart, they would have Roman Reigns come out next Monday and saying, all right, I see we all want to get the Shield together, but where the fuck were you two guys when I was getting my ass handed to me?
Thank you so much.
If they're fucking smart, if they're fucking smart, they'll do that. But nah, they won't.
Yeah, no, they won't. Because that's the thing. That's the storyline. You get your Shield reunion, but then you also get your superhero Roman Reigns, but then you get your storytelling, and then you get your other layer on top of a multi-layered, super awesome fucking storyline.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, would that be amazing? But
okay, so I have a theory, right? So I'm thinking next week, you know how they've been doing this whole Braun Strowman fighting Dean Ambrose, and then tonight Braun fought Seth Rollins. What if next week, out of nowhere, it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman? And I know we've seen them fight against each other, but what if they Roman Reigns actually wins that match? It's just that. So what was the point of this then? Yeah. What was the point of these past 3 weeks for them to do this? It's just, man, it's so stupid. The whole entertainment aspect of things, sometimes with WWE, I just don't get it. I just never do. Like, freaking, I'm not even gonna bring that story up. Never mind. It's stupid. The whole thing is just stupid.
I mean, we'll get into our ratings out because we have been on for a while and everything, and I totally understand what you're talking about, Trey. And I wish we could go on more because I could rant about this show fucking day. Because I'm really kind of pissed the fuck off with wrestling. But I'm more pissed off because tonight was actually a good show. Like, as far as what I saw, as far as what I read, storylines are moved along. Everything was like, dude, they weren't missing anybody. That's why 3 hours. They're able to do a Las Vegas fucking thing. They're able to do a Divas fucking, like, multiple Diva segments. And they were able to do a fucking a breast cancer awareness thing. They did all their typical, like, popular to-do things, not to mention Pop Wrestling show, not to mention fit every single storyline into the show, unlike fucking SmackDown. And so for that, yeah, it's a 3 out of 5 for me. Very in the middle of the average. Matches sucked. But just reading about certain things, and I mean, I was just busy. I didn't like tune out because I didn't want to watch it. When I did watch it, I was like, fuck, I gotta go do something. You know what I mean? Like, I had to watch it like on my way home from work. I mean, it was fucking crazy today. And yeah, so I don't know. That's all I'm saying. 3 out of 5 for me. Hope you can take it away, sir. What would you give this show?
Nothing too big or anything. I mean, the show was average from what I remember. Nothing too crazy. I mean, I'm actually really hyped that the Shield is coming back. I'm just hoping that, like, they do the whole, they don't drop the ball on it. But I really have nothing really else to say. I mean, I did not care for the whole Divas thing today. I mean, they did the whole Suzuki Komen, whatever the fucking thing is called. I mean, whatever. Just.
I mean, they're gonna do it, so I was like, fuck.
Exactly. That's why I was like, whatever. So just do what the fuck y'all want to do, WWE, and just worry more about that than actually giving me another good show. But 2.5 out of 5. I don't fucking know.
I mean, I'm with you.
It's just so it's like a weird show tonight. Like, it had some decent stuff. The matches weren't that good, with the exception of The Miz and Roman Reigns, because that was actually a really pretty good match.
And Reigns was doing great every fucking week. Like, just always just better. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Shit, bro. He beat Cena. He's like, yeah, I got some of that Cena juice right now.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, motherfucker, you've always had it. Vince gave it to you. But fucking Reigns is going through what the Toon Squad did in fucking Space Jam.
The Monstar.
Yeah, fucking Vince McMahon's like, here's Cena's secret fucking juice. Totally water. but yeah. 2.5 out of 5.
That makes sense to me. Trey, you take it away, so I'm actually really curious what you think. I know you didn't see a whole lot of it, but from what you saw, what would you rate it?
From what I saw, the YouTube clips and everything, I give it a 1 out of 5. I mean, it's just nothing really advanced a lot on a lot of things. The Shield stuff, I'm not hyped for it, but and even booking wise, it's pretty stupid. But we're gonna see where that goes, because that's really the only advancement tonight. With the Matt Hardy thing, I was gonna bring this up. I don't get why they're trying to keep him as a tag team wrestler. Matter of fact, I don't even know why. It makes it seem like they're trying to make you forget that
that's what
the
I said.
Hardy Boys were single competitors. It's just like, why is it when Jeff Hardy comes out, why don't we got no more words playing? Like, I mean, it's just, right. Yeah, it's like, where's Matt Hardy's single music? I mean, it doesn't have to be the version 1 song, but it's just that, I just don't get why they need to keep them as a tag team. Like, they had them team up with Jason Jordan. Why? I don't get it. Like, why?
Such a fucking nostalgia brand, like a novelty act, and it's like, no, you guys have advanced the novelty. Like you're still in the show wrestling, so that's not a novelty act anymore. This is not the Undertaker coming back. This is the fucking guys are wrestlers on the roster.
And the thing is, the fans are acknowledging the advancement the Hardys made in TNA. Still to this day, you still people see. It's not even less like when they first came back. You're still seeing tons of people still doing the delete thing and everything. It's weird how the fans are acknowledging their advancement, but WWE booking wise don't. And then, like I said, the Titus O'Neil thing, I was just like, what the? I didn't get that. Yeah, it was just a lot of things that I didn't think really advanced too much. And Bray Wyatt still staring at me on the screen after I reset my cable box. So I'm turning this TV off. And yeah, that's it.
Man, that image must have burnt into your screen. I'm here with you forever, brother Trey.
No, but you're not looking at your TV though right now, are you?
No, I reset my cable box as we were doing the show to see. Well, I wonder if like it'll turn off if I finally reset it, like Hovik told me to. Nope, I resetted it, still on my
That's
screen,
really
so I'm
weird,
turning my
man.
TV off.
I'm just gonna show the logo to the show right now. We're actually about to leave, unless you're seeing something weird. I mean, if you are, you can let me know. If you're seeing like the same image, I mean, are you or?
Yeah, I'm still seeing the same image after I reset my cable box.
I mean, are you seeing on the computer screen at all, or?
No, not the TV screen.
Goddamn, I'm trying to do a joke here. Goddamn, I actually put it up on my end.
Are you trying to go to like making a fucking ring joke?
Oh God, you know what? No, but I wish I did. That would have been a lot funnier if I was going for it. Fucking wow.
He's like, fuck you for coming up something was clever.
I know. It's like, you got 7 days. But Trey, hopefully I see you in 7 days when we do the next Raw show. But tomorrow night is SmackDown.
Speaking
fuck
of
you,
Raw,
Trey. No, that was a good fucking segue, you son of a bitch.
It was funny. I enjoyed it.
speaking of Raw next week, I actually won't be on the show because I have a Halloween party at Disney to go to. Apparently.
Oh shit! Well, that's pretty fucking early, but that's awesome. Like, hopefully at some point, you can talk about Raw. I don't know if he'll be gone the entire night, but maybe you can give us your thoughts about Raw and SmackDown next week. But speaking of SmackDown, tomorrow night, hopefully you are there.
Oh no! Tomorrow I'll be there for that bullshit go home show for Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, people, and it will be some hell. Trey, you gonna be there too?
Wait! Is Hell in a Cell this Sunday?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Motherfucker literally like almost like he was gonna cry or something. He was like, "Oh man."
He's like, we just got over No Mercy and everything.
Oh, I'm telling you.
But Dad, do I have to watch it?
But then Trey, think about this though, dude. 2 weeks after that, tables, ladders, and chairs. And then 2 weeks after that, Survivor Series.
No.
Yes. Some fucking bullshit, y'all.
Hold up.
Actually, I think
But hey, people, this has been the Ringside Hangout.
This has been the Ringside Hangout, and this has also been Trey's screen all fucking night. People,
I'll see you guys tomorrow if I'm still alive. If Sister Abigail hasn't killed me.
Actually, wait, Nick, we're in luck. We have a month off until Survivor Series.
Okay, then that's good. Yeah, we lucked out there. But people, you heard it there from Hovik, straight from the horse's mouth. He's not a horse, though. He's a pony.
Yep. Tables, ladders. TLC is October 22nd, and actually NXT TakeOver Houston is November 18th. And then Survivor Series is November 19th. Oh, we have a month off. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Shit, people. We will see you around them parts on 3. 1, 2, fucking
2, 3. Attack the beeping chat.
Chat, son.
Alright, time to go.
By the way, Cuphead fucking sucks, Hovik. I hate that fucking game. It's so fucking hard.
I know. Time to go.
Guys, I think Sister Abigail's sneaking in my room right now. I'm scared.
Oh shit. Hey, just don't look into her eye.